our guy Rusty Manziel is in Nashville for the Elite NIL. Am I saying that right? The
NIL Elite Series.
NIL Elite Series.
Brought to you by Mizuno.
Brought to you by Mizuno.
No swag.
We need some of those Mizuno bucks.
We need some swag is what we need
in our show.
Yeah, if Jake's going to go play golf so that he can bring on commitments, he needs some Mizuno gear.
Oh, my God. Palmer,
are you just like revealing our show strategy?
No, I mean, I got to give Palmer some credit here. Palmer is a serious hype man right now. I didn't even think of that angle. I was playing golf when Georgia got a commitment from Dylan Raiola. I mean, listen, we need to put my Venmo down here. Okay. I promise I'll only use it for golf stuff. And, if you guys want commitments, you do with it what you will. I'm not going to ask.
Yeah, listen, I'm not saying it's going to happen this weekend. I haven't heard any buzz about it, but I'm on vacation this weekend and you're on vacation this weekend. So it's probably boding pretty well, I would say.
Dang.
Yeah, for sure.
Gonna have to be on the ones and twos here. Rusty caught up with a few recruits. He spoke with Ryan Wingo. He spoke with Ryan Puglisi. And he just did a simple little exercise. He just asked them to say, Kirby Smart is. And these videos that I'm having a hard time pulling up are on our YouTube Reels Shorts and our Instagram Reels section. So you can hear it for yourself. But Ryan Wingo, when he was asked, he said that Kirby Smart is the hard-workingest coach that he's ever met. And Ryan Puglisi said the best college football coach in the country. It's pretty good. Pretty good connection there. If we went around the horn here, I know we just spent the whole last segment talking about Kirby Smart. But if y'all thought about Kirby Smart in the context of recruiting or what he's accomplished, what he's done, what would y'all say to the prompt Kirby Smart is? Brooks, we're not getting Livy Dunn on the show unless Palmer works with magic. I don't know.
Kirby Smart is a madman. That's what I would say. He is
a madman.
He is a crazy person. I mean, he is. I don't know how the guy does it. I really don't. I don't know how anybody in his position does it, to be honest with you. And I'm talking about down to triple or down to D3 ball. I mean, it's a tough lifestyle that these guys live. I don't know how anybody does it at the level that Kirby Smart does it, though, which is just maniacal in recruiting, involved in every single aspect of everything. There's just no hands off to the guy. And I think that is why I have to say he's a madman, because I ain't cut from that cloth, brother.
No.
I mean, along those same lines, I'll say Kirby Smart is a creator of culture, and that's with his players and his coaches and everybody that's involved in the organization. I mean, I think that you just, go. I mean, I'm as I look across the room, I see my credential from the NFL Combine, and hearing from those guys that went pro this past year, there is a very common theme of culture and connection. And, if you look at the coaches, and we always hear, well, it might be hard to coach under Nick Saban or coach, work for Kirby Smart or whatever. In order to do that, he's got to have a buy-in that he's created and a culture of hard work that he's created to, build those recruiting classes, to be a madman on the recruiting trail. So I'll say he's a creator of culture.
I'm going to say Kirby Smart is the most paranoid man this side of Professor John Nash. A beautiful
just
mind.
Looking out the blinds of the Butts-Mehre building.
Yeah, that is one paranoid man. But it works. He's awesome. I mean, he's a great coach, and listen, he doesn't make it easy to cover his football team. I can tell you that. There's nothing easy about that, and he does an incredible job, and that paranoia pays off somehow, some way. they let us watch a few practices this spring. I don't, and I watched their chances of a three-peat dwindle because of it, I guess. But no, I mean, listen, it bothers me a little, and then it doesn't. I mean, like we get to see the team a little bit. I'm kind of glad we don't get to watch him every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday all season long like we did in 2016 and 2017. Because ultimately, I like to be able to, get home and do whatever I've got to do. But he's a paranoid dude. He's worried about losing that edge. I think it's almost like that whole adage that you got to hate losing more than you hate winning, and more than you love winning. I think Kirby is much more worried about losing that edge than maybe he is even gaining that edge. He doesn't want to lose any of the edge he's gotten. He would rather, if he had to pick staying where he's at or getting more, I think he would probably pick staying where he's at and risk not losing any more than where he's at, because that's where that paranoia comes from. And but he's definitely got plenty of that.
I'll say Kirby Smart is flexible. And look, you look at that guy on the screen right there. I'm not talking about him doing yoga. I'm just talking about.
Although we have seen that before.
Did he actually do yoga, or did he just?
Yeah, he was there doing yoga during the.
He actually did it.
Yeah.
Man, he did that.
Not the entire thing, and maybe he was just doing it for when the media was in there. But yeah, he did a little bit.
Well, I just mean
everybody was
nimble.
just doing yoga while the media was there. That was the whole point. That was the only time anyone was doing yoga, was when the media was watching.
Yeah, I remember that day.
My man vividly. Kirby was out there just wallowing around. Okay, he was Roos. He was bear cubbing.
Yeah,
he was bear cubbing out there.
Yeah,
I believe the pose in yoga is called Happy Baby. You just roll around on the ground. But he's nimble, man. He's he is taking the lemons of everything we've talked about on the show, really, of college football, of the NIL deal that people hate, and the crazy aspects of the game, and he's not complaining about it. I don't think he's necessarily happy about all of it, but he knows that he has to maintain that edge, and that's important because look what's coming down the pipes in the sport. You've just got more changes year in and year out, and compared to last summer, this summer feels pretty tame. We don't have all this ruckus, at least in the SEC, about the conference expansion, about Jimbo and Nick Saban going at each other's throats. It's a pretty calm summer. Maybe it's this calm before the storm, before Texas and Oklahoma show up. But as long as Kirby can maintain that edge and can maintain that ability to be nimble, I think that bodes well for Georgia as the sport just continues to grow and change. You've already seen that he can roll with the punches, and that's a big deal. Dylan Brooks asking some is it gastronomical?
Yes. Well, that's food related.
Is the gut a product of food or beer?
I
don't know if you're asking for Kirby or just in general.
Or us.
I mean,
mine. I can tell you where mine comes from, but I don't think
that microwave behind you.
Yes, no question. It's more like the refrigerator.
The refrigerator.
Yeah.
No, listen, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate about Kirby putting on a few pounds, man. It's a stressful job,
Jeez,
it's a stressful job.
I mean, I'd be out there burning heaters left and right like it was the 1960s, dude. I mean, I'd be smoking on the sidelines if I had that kind of stress on me, man.
Yeah. I don't know how he's not.
I do encourage people to get over there and read all the stuff that we've had come out of this Elite NIL series. It's been incredible. Rusty's gotten us some great stuff. 5-star updates all over the place. Guys who are looking heavily at Georgia. Just get in there and check it out, because it's some great exclusive stuff ahead of this OV season. And like I said, I think it's just a really neat thing that they did. I think it's a cool. I think it was a cool concept, and I think that they pulled it off well. If I know Shannon Terry, I think it's probably done up to the nines.
Yeah, Kirk Herbstreit was one of the keynote speakers, and he told J.D. Piquel that the culmination of the last 2 years for Georgia is just a reality when you win that many championships back to back. And Kirby's got to find a way to reload the roster to maintain the edge. Well, I think they're doing that, man. I think they're more than doing that.